And then lastly, before I get out of here, I love talking about community, because I feel a sense of that tonight. I feel a sense of that when I'm in this town. I feel a sense of that whenever I get around anglers or even other comedians. I like feeling like a part of something. I think we all do. I think we all like feeling a part of something, even if it's minuscule. And I always like sharing this anecdote that, like, if you were born and raised in a mountain town in Colorado, and you went to Denver and you saw someone else with a T-shirt that said Telluride, you would go up to them and be like, "Hey, that's so cool. Do you live in Telluride?" "I live in Ouray." And that's, at that moment, you're like, "Oh, we're part of the same community," right? And then let's say if you go to New York and you're standing in line at a restaurant in New York and you see someone with a sweatshirt that says like Broncos or says Colorado on it, you're gonna look at them and you're gonna go, "Hey, do you live in Colorado?" "I live in Colorado." "That's so cool. We're part of the same community," right? If you go to Italy and you're walking around Italy and you see someone and you hear an accent and someone goes, "Hey, where are you from?" You're like, "Oh, I'm from Colorado." And they go, "Oh, I'm from New York." You're like, "Oh, we understand each other. We're both American. We're part of the same community." So I think this idea of community is always shifting, and it's not like a concrete thing, right? So we can all be in here and look at each other and say, "Hey, we're all part of the same community." But if we leave here, we have different lives and different aspects and different people that we feel involved in. So I think when I try to talk about conservation and education and reaching out to new people, I always try to make sure I emphasize that your community is just how you view it, right? So if you just view it and say like, we're us and them, they're them, that's not gonna solve a lot of problems, right? I think by opening up your community and say like, "Hey, this person lives in my town, they are part of my community. This person is downstream from where I'm at, they are part of my community. This person may have never touched foot in the mountains, but when it comes time to vote, they are also gonna be able to vote, so they are part of my community." So I think shifting the baseline of community, that's something that's flexible and reasonable and that's encompassing and welcoming to other people, only serves as a benefit to, whether that's, like I said, voting, whether that's protecting anything, whether that's just making sure like other people feel invited and not only welcome to the table, but feel like they're an active participant.